Congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much.
Why don't we start by having you set the scene a little bit and talk about your character, Mike, and describe him a little bit about how he's fitting into the plot of the film.
Yeah, Mike in 5 Pounds of Pressure is he's this drug dealer who kind of grew up in this world, and he's looking for a way out, and he's trying to assert himself, and he's trying to carve his own path, and he's kind of blowing it the whole time. But I guess the whole film is about uh, poor decisions and trying to redeem yourself, and some people are better at that than others.
Yeah, what's the way in for you for a character like this guy who's who's made all of these bad decisions, is grappling with a lot of pressures in his life. How do you try to understand and relate to a character like this?
That's a good question. Well, first, I met with Phil Aloko, the writer director, and talking with him, he has a lot of stories that are sort of similar to what you see in the film, and realizing that this is semi autobiographical. So I guess my entry point was Phil. Talking with him, and he grew up in Brooklyn, where I live, and so I could kind of relate to him just on that alone. But yeah, he's been through a lot of dark things when he was younger, and he's such a pleasant guy now, and he can talk about it so lightly. Uh, so he doesn't put pressure on you, but you have to kind of respect that this people do live this. So you gotta take it seriously. It's not, I don't know, it's not just like a fun. You can't just goof off with something like this, because this is reality for a lot of people.
Yeah, and talk about that decision, the title, the 5 pounds of pressure, which is referring to the amount of pressure to pull the trigger. What how do your character think about these issues of life and death?
Yeah, it's 5 pounds of pressure is, like you said, what it takes to pull the trigger and kill someone, and that'll obviously ruin their lives and your life. So yeah, I think even in the title, it's just it's tempting you with a bad decision, and Adam, Luke's characters, he went to prison because he made a bad decision, and he's trying to dig himself out. And then my character Mike is trying to dig himself out of bad decision after bad decision. Uh, so yeah, I think it's about redemption and failure.
Mm. Talk a little bit about working with the cast. You've got some great actors, Luke Evans, Alex Pettyfer. Um, what do you remember most about working with those guys?
Um, yeah, they're great. They're great scene partners. I worked closer with Alex than I did Luke, because Luke, we had like two scenes together, but he's great. He, I know he was attached for quite a while, and he was a producer on it, and he was really involved. So we got to discuss certain things briefly, but Alex was, yeah, I had more with him, and he's great. I mean, we've been doing it for over 20 years, both of us, and it really does show. Like I had a bunch of scene partners in this. I have so many scenes with different actors, and they're all great. There's Lorraine Burroughs and James Oliver Wheatley, and um, but they're it's interesting. I never knew this until this project, but there is a difference when you're sitting across from someone who's been doing it for decades, doing it since they were a kid. It's almost seems like second nature. It's not. He's putting a lot of we're putting a lot of effort into it, but he makes it sort of seem effortless, and it's just more of a we're just playing catch with each other, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Alex was a great scene partner. I'd love to work with him again.
Yeah. Tell us, was there a favorite scene or most difficult scene for you to do in the film?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're all kind of rough, but there's this actor named Gary McDonald. He played ER. He's sort of this crime boss working at the strip club, and he's cutting people's eyes open. Uh, there's a scene where I blow it. I borrow money from him, and uh, I have to go back to him and tell him that I lost the money. And I didn't know how he was going to play that scene. And he's just so calm in it. And he's just so forgiving. And it was really unsettling. And then at the end of the scene, he just starts laughing at me. And they all start laughing. And that was his pride. That wasn't written. They're all laughing at me. And I just, oh, I guess we're laughing. So I'm laughing with these guys. And then while we're laughing, I'm realizing, oh, they're going to hurt me. So it's like that laughter becomes fear, and I just love that. Trying to laugh through your tears was really cool. So I think that was my favorite scene because I thought it was just an interesting layers in that scene. Yeah.
Yeah. Rory, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us. Really enjoyed the film. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.